This video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. It's completely unscripted. I didn't really want it to be scripted. So there's going to be a lot of ums in here. I just kind of like my word I go to whenever I'm trying to think or something like that. I mean, I've probably already done it like 10 times so far. Probably make it a game to count how many ums I do during this video. But I mean, I guess that's what I get for not writing a script for this. Yeah. So the first thing I kind of have on this bullet point, I've got a Google Doc pulled up. It's just, I wanted to say thank you for all you guys who are watching, who, cared enough to click the subscribe button, who are, working in the Discord server, who are trying to help people out in the comment section. You guys mean a lot. You guys are helping to grow the community that I would really like to build. I'm really grateful for all you guys who are sitting there watching my videos. It means a lot to me. All right, so this video is going to be kind of chalked up into sections. So the first one is going to be talking about like my backstory into tech. Second one's going to be talking about future content, and then my last one's going to be goals for the channel. These sections are going to be like varying in lengths. This video really isn't going to be the best production quality that I have. Just because, again, I'm not scripting it, and I'm not really going to be putting any major content like visually on here. It's just going to be kind of like a podcast style thing. So my intro into tech was a laptop that I bought when I was fairly young with my first job that I had. And I went to Staples, believe it or not, and bought a laptop. Probably one of the worst decisions I've ever made in buying tech. And I had no idea what like a processor meant. I knew what a processor was, but I didn't know what the numbers mean. I mean, hell, many people don't know what the numbers still mean. I kind of do at this point. I like to think I do. But yeah, so I got a really crummy laptop. Again, it wasn't a very expensive one. I think I got for like $350. So you're not really going to get great laptop performance out of a $350 laptop. After about a year, which is when the manufacturer warranty wore off, I started having some problems with it. You get with every cheap thing, right out when the manufacturer warranty runs out, all the problems start to, kind of come up. And the one thing that I was having trouble with was every once in a while, when I just booted the thing up, I'd have an error with like no bootable media or anything like that. And for someone who is not tech savvy whatsoever, like at this point, I had never worked with computers in my life. And at this point, I was like, I have no idea what to do here. I'm like, I don't have my manufacturer warranty anymore. I didn't buy a warranty from Staples. I can't do anything at this point. And I mean, I would get to work every once in a while. It would boot into Windows eventually. But it was just kind of a pain in the ass to deal with, especially like when I'm just trying to get on and do some work real quick, type of paper for school, make a Google Doc, as well as like, anything that I was going to do. And eventually I was like, all right, I had enough of this thing. I'm going to fix it. What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to lose that $350 that I spent. I'm like, but people have lost more money. I've probably spent more money on video games than I have. It's pretty sad about, that fact is that I spent a lot of money on video games my whole life. But yeah, so I sat down and watched a lot of YouTube, trying to figure out how to fix it. There was kind of two problems. Windows was not behaving right. For some reason, I think some files got installed with the antivirus that was on there. So it was just like, I don't know. Again, I still don't really know that day. But the other thing was the ribbon cable that was attaching the hard drive to the PCB on the motherboard was all messed up, and I had to fix it. It really wasn't that bad. I think I just need to clean it, and I need to bend some wires back into place. But that kind of like brought me into the tech world, because then YouTube started recommending me tech videos. And I think Linus from Linus Tech Tips and Jay's 2 Cents were probably two of the main guys that I watched back then, because they made really funny content about computers, and they talk about overclocking, and I had no idea what was going on with overclocking. I had no idea what they were talking about half the time, and I loved it. It was probably one of my favorite things to watch when I got home from school. I would go home, watch some Linus Tech Tips, Bitwit, all those guys I love to watch. And the other thing that kind of got me into tech was problem solving. I'm not really great at math or great at science. I mean, those are probably my two strongest subjects, but I'm not taking like AP Calc or anything like that. It's pretty. I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I wouldn't say I'm bad. But I always like problem solving because the rush that you get when you finish a problem when you knew it was hard and it took you a while to figure out. It's pretty great. And problem solving is a huge thing with computers. A lot of people say my computer doesn't work, and they don't know where to go from there. And I kind of learned early on in my school career that you can't just look at something as a huge problem that looks really daunting to take on. You gotta like kind of slice it up in little bits. That's what I kind of do with all my computer problems that I have. And it just kind of became a self-fulfilling, I don't know what to call it, just like obsession. I'd learn something, then do it on a computer, and then I'd keep on doing it, and I'd learn something new. And it was just pretty crazy. So another huge thing for me was I really like to make things. Computers was a really cool thing because you can basically make anything you want off of them. I started writing code back in middle school. I actually wasn't really writing code. We had like a class that we took on like basic like computer stuff. We had like some intro to 3D modeling, some CAD stuff. We got to print out different things onto our 3D printers at school. It was a really fun time. I like just making things for people and, having them appreciate it back, is pretty crazy. Again, I was a Lego kid. I think I spent more time with Legos than anything else in my early childhood. I would always go up to my Christmas tree whenever whenever a present was put under there with my name on it. I'd go up and shake it, and I would instantly know if it was Legos or not. That was just crazy for me. And I think that's what kind of my motivation was to get into YouTube in the first place. It really didn't help me out much when I first started making videos because I had like nobody watching, no views, no nothing. I didn't know how the system worked. I didn't really know what to go into, so I just kind of made a video like once like a week and then like maybe like once a month. Because my whole thing with like wanting to make things was if nobody's appreciating it and if I'm not appreciating it, what's the point of me doing it? And then again, I was just kind of like, I got to a point where I'm like, it shouldn't matter. If I'm able to get 2 viewers and a like, then I know at least one person liked it. And that's enough. So, I mean, that's probably one of my huge backstories into why I became, being able to make YouTube videos. It's just kind of like you kind of take little small steps at a time. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Again, it's not scripted. So I also want to talk about future content. I know this is a big thing for the channel. Again, my content's been all kind of the same. Just talking about tech. That's really all I do. I have some IRL videos that I do. I have me fixing up like an old Dell computer, repasting my laptop and stuff like that. That's actually the same laptop that I was talking about in the beginning of the video that I had repasted. So the future for the channel's content is I've kind of got a goal that I want to make videos better than the last one each time. I think this one's a little bit of an exception because I just want to be able to get all my thoughts out into a video without having to write a 5-page paper on it, because again, I'm going to be editing the hell out of this thing, making sure that the audio isn't as bad as what I'm thinking it sounds like in my head. So the first thing is I've been kind of looking to start a sort of stream / podcast Q&A kind of session. And I plan on streaming on YouTube. I'm going to stream it, and then I should be recording it at the same time. I'll be uploading it. I like to start my first one next week, but that depends on if I'm able to get enough stuff put together to where I feel like I can make at least a half an hour's worth of content. And hopefully enough people show up in the chat or in the Discord. I might make a separate channel for questions for like the podcast or the stream, like just general tech questions or opinions on stuff that I'll answer there. So I've kind of got a little bit of stuff I can kind of go back to in terms of content. So that channel will be added on the Discord, and yeah. So I plan on doing that. I'm not sure how often, just because I've got a lot of other stuff I've got to do. I've got school and work, as well as just hanging out with other people. So I mean, I really appreciate what you guys do with me, but as of right now, YouTube's not even close to being a full-time thing. It's still a really fun hobby for me. It's still really fun for me. Being able to talk with you guys, being able to help you guys out with your tech questions, it's probably one of the best parts of my day-to-day. But yeah, so I plan on doing that. Should be a little bit of a change-up. First one's definitely going to be very jank because I'm still kind of converting from OBS to Streamlabs, and I still haven't figured out everything yet. So yeah. Just gonna have to bear with me for the first couple ones. Hopefully I can kind of get it into more of a mainstream kind of thing. I can get the production quality going up a little bit. Just make sure that it's a fun experience for you to kind of like sit down, enjoy, and just like kind of hear me talk about or just rant about tech instead of just talking about me. All right, so I know this video is dragging on, and if you are watching up to this point, I am very impressed with you being able to get through my monotone voice and me mumbling through all this different stuff. It's just a different format, and I'm really thankful if any of you guys are watching to this point. So I've got a couple goals for this channel. I want to at least make 2 videos a day, or not a day. Oh, that would be crazy. 2 videos at least every week. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but again, I got a lot of stuff going on. And writing scripts is not the fastest thing to do, and voicing it and making sure that it sounds right. And getting the video put together, again, isn't the most efficient thing. It probably takes me about 5 hours to get everything to put together. I could probably reduce it down to like 2 if I just really cram it out. And I've actually set one pretty large goal that I'm fairly determined to hit. Now, I think we'll at least be close, but I really want to hit this goal, and that's hit 1,000 subscribers by September. I think that if I just grind this thing out, make those podcasts, make videos every week, if I include that podcast with it, I guess it'd be 3 videos a week. If I can do a podcast every week, that'd be great. But yeah, 1K subscribers by the end of September, would be absolutely amazing. So that's kind of the video, guys. If you have any questions, visit the Discord, visit the comment section down below. Those are like probably some of the best parts of my day, is answering your guys' questions. So yeah, guys, thank you for all the support, for being with me for this long. And hopefully I can make another one of these videos at 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, guys, see you in the next one.